Kami turun padang, semua dungu berpenunggu. Kami inspirasi sebab itu mereka tiru. Guru kami lain, kualiti nombor 1. Bukan macam tempat tu, asal ke tempat penuh beribu politik. Ya dulu kami seorang pakai, lepas kami pakai bersepah semua nak pakai. Kualiti kelas pertama, yuran kami tak masuk akal. Mari join sekali, pasti suka kami tak sangkal. Hey up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Azhar. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Azhar. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Yang tersebut. Silakan.
10 sebab
10
seronok sebab cikgu bagi step by step, saya boleh faham.
Silakan.
Saya boleh bagi rate 10/10 lah. Okey. Ni bukan sebagai apa, ni bukan pasal
We trust to help me level up. Cheer up, Lahazon, we believe our grade will be increased. Stand up with a holistic approach. We sure they are great coach. Chill up, do the best, be the best, who the best, we're the best. Hey up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Azhar. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Azhar. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Saya dapat terangkan tajuk yang sukar untuk dipelajari oleh pelajar-pelajar. Terang sampai dapat. Itulah yang paling bagusnya di lanjutnya.
Lahazon terbaik.
Hi, Assalamualaikum, good evening and welcome to additional English class for Form 1 until Form 3 with me, my name is PLF Teacher Rafizah. Okay, so for today, I'm not alone here because I have two students here, which is we have from Form 1 and Form 3. Okay, let me present them to you first, which is we have Ain Zahra from Form 3 and we have Ain Zafira students from Form 1. Okay, so basically today with me, I will explore. Today we are going to explore more about the writing paper for Form 1 until Form 3, which is the PT3 students. Today I would like to share more about the part 1, which is short communicative message. Okay, I believe all of you have known or have heard about this writing essay, which is for part 1, which is we have short communicative message. Okay, so we have here Ain Zahra and also Ain Zafira. Okay, for those who are watching in the YouTube and the Facebook, for Facebook maybe you can see that that I am live in various of accounts like Rafizah Ramli, Lahazon Education, and also for community anak bijak fikir. Okay, berbelit lidah. Okay, so tanpa melengahkan masa, without wasting the time, let me show you the slide first. Yeah, let me share the screen. Okay, so for today we are going to do about this short communicative message, which is it is about the email or something else. Okay, let's watch this one first. Okay, this is about ACE in writing part 1, short communicative message. Okay, basically I have a question here for the students or for students or parents that are watching this one. I would like to ask all of you a question first. What is about short communicative message? What is the limit words, or what is the format? Okay, can you recall it for 2 seconds. Okay, let's proceed to the next line. Okay, today I'm going to share with all of you about the practical part here. Practical part for part 1, which is short communicative message. What you have to do for the students, and what types of writing or the language that you can use in this part 1 for short communicative message. Okay, so first of all, I would like to share with all of you the formula to score in part 1. Okay, I have a formula here, which is formula to score in part 1, which is, it is called with facts. Okay, F A C T. Okay, Ain Zahra and also Ain Zafira, have you ever heard this formula before? For FACT, we have this 4 formula for part 1. If you want to score in part 1 short communicative message, you have to mastery this formula. Okay, let's watch. What is the next? Okay, what is falls under F, what is falls under A, and what is falls under C, and also for T. Okay, I have a chat here from my students. Ain Zahra said, I never heard about it before. Okay, let me share with you today, yeah, Ain Zahra. Okay, I hope you're ready with your pens and also with your book, not a piece of paper, but a book, yeah. Okay, let's proceed to the F first. Okay, what is F actually? Okay, for F, it stands for format. Okay, for F, we stand for format. Okay, for F, F is stand for format. Okay, let me put here. Okay, for F, it is stand for format. Okay, remember, we have 4 formula, which is fact. F, the first one is format. And number 2, which is A, we have audience. Okay, later on, I will share with all of you what is the meaning of format, what is the meaning of audience, okay? And next, number 3, C. C falls for content. And the last one, 40, is task. Okay, remember, we have here fact, F for format, A for audience, C for content, T for task. Okay, let me share the screen. Let me put the one here. Okay, this is the full format of facts. Okay, we have F for format, A for audience, C for content, T for task. This is formula if you want to score in your part 1 for writing paper, which is short communicative message. Okay, now let's have a look at this one. Okay, what's the meaning of format here? Okay, what's the meaning of format here? You need to know, as a student, you need to know what is the format of your writing essay. Is it email, or is it letter, or is it message? Okay. Once you can get to this format, you can get this format by reading your question in the part 1. Okay, format. This format means either you want to write about email, message, or letter. Okay, this is the possible format in part 1, which is we have email, message, and also letter. Okay, for audience, audience means who are you going to write the letter to? Okay, who going to read your email, message, or letter? Okay, this is the audience. Audience means who are going to read your message, email, or letter. Is it your cousins? Is it your family? Is it your students? Is it your friends? Or is it your teacher? Okay, that's mean by audience. Audience means who's going to read your message, your email, or your letter. Okay, that's for F and A. F means for format, A for audience, Okay, F is a format like email, message, or letter. Meanwhile, for audience, who I'm going to read your email, message, or letter. Okay, these two parts, which is F and A, you can get from your questions. Okay, you can get this one from questions. Okay, you can get this from the questions. Okay, next. How about the content? Okay, the content is in the question also. What are you going to write? Okay, that's mean the content. Okay, you have to remember, you have to answer this content. Content means if your friends or if the question asks you to write about the tips or share about some tips, that's mean by the content. And last one is we have task. Task means what are you going to do? Okay, the question asks you what to do. For example, you are going to give some tips about how to manage your stress, how to manage your study. Okay, that's the task. Content means what are you going to do? Okay, got it? Okay, so this is the formula to score in part 1. Actually, this FACT, you can get from your question in part 1. Okay, you have to make sure this formula, you are going to mastery this formula, okay? Which is, we have facts. FACT. Okay, nice one, Ain Zahra. She said that she got that, teacher. Okay, nice one. Okay, right, let me recall. Okay, let me repeat this one more time. FACT means fact, audience, content, or task. Okay, this is formula if you want to score in your part 1 for writing paper, especially for students PT3. Okay, if any teacher who are watching this live, you can share this one with your students. Okay, so basically this is the fact: format, audience, task, content, and also task. Okay, I will give you some times for you to screenshot this one first. If you want to screenshot this slide, you are allowed to do so, or the students who want to copy this one, you are allowed to do so. Okay, let me make this one become bigger. Okay, this one. Okay, this is the fact. Okay, you can screenshot this one first. Okay, I will give you sometimes like 5 seconds to screenshot this one for FACT, the explanation of the FACT. Okay. Dan jot down. Okay, thank you, Ain Zahra. Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Okay, next I'm going to show you some example of question for part 1, which is for writing paper for PT3. Okay, let me make it become bigger here. Okay, from this one, it said to you, read the message from your friend Samuel. Okay, hi, have you made up your mind which club to join this year? I am wondering if I should join the swimming club. I think that swimming is very good form of exercise. Sorry. However, I am afraid of water. Let me know what you think, Samuel. Okay. Now I have a task for you or for the students who are watching this live. I need you to find this for. Okay. I need the students or people who are watching this live for today. I need you to give an example or an answer here. What is false under FACT? Okay. For example, what can you search for facts or for format here? What's the format in this question? Okay. You have to give me the answer for F, the answer for A, the answer for C, and the answer for T. Okay, basically this is how I teach my students in premium mentoring. Okay, for English. Okay, I need you to give me the answer for F, what type of format for this one, and the audience who are going to read your message, see the content and the task. Okay, I will give you some times. Okay, let me put it here first. Okay, I need you to give me the facts. Okay, what is false under F? A, C, and also for T. Okay. So this is the question here. Okay, I got from Ain Zahra, which is only F and A. Let's waiting for C and T. What can you find here? For format, audience, content, and also task. Content. What's the content? Remember, content is what are you going to do? Okay, means what? Meanwhile, for task is what is the question asks you to do. Okay, content is what are you going to answer the questions. Okay, for example, someone is asking you about the club that he or she want to join this year. Okay, maybe that's for C for content. And what is for task? What the question asks you to do. Okay, so that is the facts. FACT. Okay, if you have mastered this formula, you can score well in your writing paper for part 1, which is short communicative message. Okay, let me read from my students here, which is for F. F said here, Ain Zahra said for format is message. Okay. For A, which is audience, is Samuel. Ain Zahra said for C, reply to Samuel, and T is suggestions about the club that he can join. Okay, let's check Ain Zahra answer here first. Okay, let me erase the one in the whiteboard first. Okay, let's check the answer here based on this question. Okay, it's clear now. Let me make the slide become bigger here. Okay, let's look at this. First, for F, Zahra said it is message. Audience is Samuel. C is reply to Samuel. And for T is suggestions. Suggestions about the club that he can join. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so you ready, Zahra? Okay. Our opinion, but encouraged to do something that he afraid of. Okay, let's check here. Okay, first thing first, let's read the instruction here, which is read the message from your friend Samuel. And the last one is, in about 80 words, write a message to Samuel. Yes, the format here is message. Congratulations, Ain Zahra, you got it right. Okay, next, for audience, who are going to read your message? Okay, the one who are going to read your message is Samuel. Okay, thank you. Nice one, Ain Zahra. Okay, next, content. Okay, reply to content about what? Okay, actually, Ain Zahra, this one you can put here as a content. Okay, reply to Samuel. Reply to Samuel about the suggestions about the club that he can join. Okay, okay, wait, yeah, you can see the whiteboard. Okay, wait. Oh, sorry. Okay, the message here is, the format here is message. Audience here is Samuel. And content, actually, Ain Zahra, the content is reply to Samuel, giving him some suggestions about the club that he can join. Actually, this one you can put in the content. And teacher, what about the task? The task here is reply message to Sam. Okay, this is the difference. Sorry. Okay, so this one is the difference between C and T, between content and also with the task. Okay, content is what are you going to do? What are you going to answer for the questions? Okay, meanwhile for task is what the task is asking you to do. You have to reply the message to Sam. Okay, that is the difference between content and also the task. Okay, so you got it right? Okay, nice one Zahra. You got from here is 3 over 4. Okay, this one you can put in here for content. Oh, sorry, it's not 3 here. It's 2. Okay, you have to master these facts first before you do your writing. Okay, facts is format, audience, content, and also the task. Okay, I see the point now. Yes, okay, thank you, Ainzara. So you have to master this one first. Okay, remember, if you want to score well or do well in your part 1 for short communicative message, you have to master that formula, which is FACT. F is for format, A for audience, C for content, T for task. Okay? Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Okay, next one I'm going to show you this. Okay, step to answer this part. Okay, let me make the module first. Okay, now I'm going to share with all of you about the step to answer this part. Okay, let me clean this one first. Let me erase. Okay, next. We are going to explore about some steps that you can use to answer this part. Okay, number 1. First thing first, what you have to do is you have to put some salutation. Okay, what is mean by salutation? Salutation means a greetings. Okay, how to do this salutation or how to do these greetings? You can use the salutation by doing this one. Okay, remember you have to put dear in front of the name. Okay, first thing first, the first step that you can use to answer this part is you have to put some salutation. Okay, and remember here, salutation here means just put dear in front of the name. Okay, for example, dear Samuel. Okay, or if the name is dear Adira, dear Rafizah. Okay, remember for salutation you have to put dear. Remember to put dear in front of the name. Okay, maybe some of you will ask me, what is the name, teacher? What's the name that I can put in the essay? Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, remember if you want to use any name, you can use any names that you like, but you have to remember, you have to use the name based on the question. Okay, remember this one? Okay, remember this one, your students. You can use any names that you like, any names that you know, but you have to remember this one. You can use the name that based on the question, that have in the question, that was mentioned in the question. Okay, for example, in this question just now, we have here the name is Samuel. Okay, so you have to put this name. You can't put, for example, you want to put dear Muhammad. Okay, you can use this. You can use this because you can use this Muhammad's name because the names was not mentioned in the question. Okay, you have to remember. You can only use a names that was mentioned in the question. Okay, other than that you can use the name. Okay, you got it right? You got it, students? Okay, let me repeat one more time. For name, for salutation, first thing first, what you have to do is you have to put these words, which is dear. Okay, and then you have to put a name. Okay, how to know the name? Okay, how to put the name? You can use the name that was mentioned in the question. Other than that, you can use any names. Okay, for example, in the question mentioned about the name of Rafizah, but suddenly in your answer you put Dear Zahra. Okay. This one is cannot. Okay. Okay, you get it right. Okay. You have to use a name that was mentioned in the question. Okay. That is there's some what do we call some conditions for the salutation. Use only names that have in the questions that was mentioned or that were mentioned in the question. Other than that, you can use other name. Okay, next, let's proceed to the next one. Okay, step number 2. Step number 2 is introduction. Okay, introduction. Introduction here means just put only one sentence for introduction for part 1. Okay, let me let me erase this one first. Okay, after we have done the name, for example here, dear Sam, dear Sam. Okay, this is the first step. Number 2, step number 2 is introduction. Okay, for introduction, you have to take note here. For introduction, my advice is just use only one sentence. Okay, introduction here means, for example, your friend is having a hard time and he needs some advice from you. Okay. Okay, that one. If your friends, the question if the friend is having some hard time, it is a bad news. So the useful phrases that you can use for the introduction for the types of the question, which is it is falls under bad news. Okay, we read it as bad news. For example, bad news ni for example like a friend having a hard time. Having some hard time, or we can use bad news like our mother friends died. Okay, like we want to show them some condolences. Okay, and you can list all the bad news. Okay, if for the bad news, I have a useful phrases that you can use in this part 1. Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Okay, useful sentence for introduction. For example, I will give you today for bad news. Okay, for bad news, the sentence that you can use as an introduction in your part 1. Okay, maybe you want to jot down this one. Okay, let me clear this one first. Okay, let me remove the slide. Okay, I will show to you the useful phrases or sentence that you can use for types of question that is bad news. Okay, let me remove this one first. Okay, useful sentence for introduction if the question is bad news. Okay, like your friend is having a hard time and they need some advice to you and you need to do some introduction. Okay. Okay, I have a question here from my student, which is Ainzara said, teacher, is it like this? Like, dear Sam, oh, that's the bad news. Is that can? Okay, I will give to you the useful phrases. First thing first, okay, remember students or Ainzara, dear Sam, for the salutation, you cannot continue the introduction sentence here. Okay, you have to make a distance. Okay, you have to make a distance here, at least like 1 line before you wrote your introduction sentence. Okay, for example, it will be, dear Sam, I feel sympathize okay with that. Okay, this is how you answer this one. Okay, you cannot put the introduction sentence after Sam. Okay, you have to make at least one line before you write your sentence introduction. Okay? Okay, let's back to our bad news. Okay, first one you can use, dah habis. Okay, first one you can use is I feel sympathize with you. Okay, this is the first one, the first useful sentence that you can use for introduction if the question is in bad news. Okay, sentence number two is I feel sorry to hear that. Okay. Okay, these are two sentences that you can use as an introduction for your part one short communicative message. Remember, this sentence cannot be put after the name. If you want to put this name, you have to put under the Dear Sam or under the salutation. Okay, it will be Dear Sam, comma, I feel ... Okay, it is like that. You can put this sentence introduction after the names. Okay, you have to put under the salutation. Okay, so do you get it from this class? Okay, if you want to screenshot this one, okay, let me move this whiteboard here. Okay, you can you can screenshot this one first. I will give you some times for you to do this screenshot, or maybe you just can copy this one. Okay, so I hope you get some benefits from this class for today. So this is how you do this part one for short communicative message, especially for PT3 students. Okay, let's continue the writing for this part in the next class. Okay, so that's all from me. Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Kami turun padang, semua dungu berpenunggu. Kami inspirasi sebab itu mereka tiru. Guru kami lain, kualiti nombor satu. Bukan macam tempat tu, asal ke tempat penuh beribu politik. Ya dulu kami seorang pakai, lepas kami pakai bersepah semua nak pakai. Kualiti kelas pertama, yuran kami tak masuk akal. Mari join sekali, pasti suka kami tak sangkal. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Yang tersebut. Silakan.
10 sebab
10
seronok sebab cikgu bagi step by step, saya boleh faham.
Silakan.
Saya boleh bagi rate 10 per 10 lah. Okay. Ni bukan sebagai apa, ni bukan pasal air.
We trust to help me level up. Cheer up, Lahazon, we believe our grade will be increased. Stand up with a holistic approach. We sure they are great coach. Chill up, do the best, be the best, who the best, we're the best. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Saya dapat terangkan saya tajuk yang sukar untuk dipelajari oleh pelajar-pelajar. Terang sampai dapat. itulah yang paling bagus ni di London ni.
Razon terbaik.